Hey everyone, Scorpius here. A very quick update. I couldn't contain my happiness and the fact that I have to share with you what's going on in case you haven't seen it. GGG just came out with a confirmation via their X that they are finally allowing us to respec our ascendancies. It's been 4 months that we're begging. Obviously, not all of you are going to be happy with this, but it is what it is. Next week's patch, we don't know the date. They said mid next week. I would assume around the 15th. They're going to be dropping another patch, more changes, more buffs, more stuff like that. And one of those changes is a huge one, which is going to allow us to respec our ascendancies. Let's break down real quick how this is going to work. So we need to redo the trial again. So obviously, there's going to be effort that we need to put in basically a two-way punishment. The first one is we need to do the trial again to respec our ascendancies. Now, here's the important part. Not any trial. The trial must match the points that we want to respec. So let's say you only did the first one and you didn't like it, so you have only 2 points. That means that you need to do TOS right here, Trial of Scorpius, with 1 trial on it for the first 2 points. If you have 4 points, then you need to do TOC, Trial of Chaos, 4 stages for point 3 and 4. And then the rest, we've got TOS and TOC. So TOS 3 trials or TOC 7 stages is points 5 and 6. And TOS 4 trials, TOC 10 stages is 7 and 8. So the majority, I would assume, of people in the endgame right now should have around 6 points in their ascendancies, which means that you probably did Trial of Scorpius, the 3 trial 1, or Trial of Chaos, the 7 stages. If that's the case, then that's exactly what you need to do again for you to get back your points. So what they said is to change your ascendancy, we need to have 0 points in it. So I assume whenever you finish the trial again, you're going to see the trial master or Balbala, you're going to speak with them, you're going to then refund your points, and then when you have 0, you can respec. This is the second part of the punishment. I believe it's going to be a refund basis where you're going to need to spend gold, but I'm not 100% sure. They said more to come by next week, so we're going to see, but that's what I believe. Another changes that they did for Trial of Chaos 7 stages, you can now do them at level 55 instead of 60, and Trial of Chaos 10 stages, you can do it 65 instead of 75. But apart from this huge change coming next week, they mentioned a few others, and they said that the list is incomplete. They're working on a lot of different things that we're going to like, and we're going to get more patch notes, and whenever we do, we're going to cover them. But the ones that they have confirmed is they did a small change in the end game for anybody who's running tower maps and hideout maps. You know what I'm talking about. There was a bug where the tower and the hideout maps did not spawn all of the rares that we needed for the condition to finish the map, so that's fixed. They also added more rares into those maps, and now those maps also drop the extra map as a drop whenever you finish it as well. So that's a good little fix that they did. Then we've got some crafting changes. This one again is a pretty significant one. They're lowering the rune tiers so we get less clutter. So we're getting so many lesser runes, they're gonna take them away from the drop pool whenever we see a tier higher than that. So lesser iron runes, for example, the second that you get iron rune, then the lessened iron rune is gonna decrease significantly from the drop pool, and then it goes to the greater, etc, etc. Scepters are also getting sockets as well. All the wands and everything got them today, but scepters are also getting them next week, and also they're going to do some rework with a few talismans here and there so you can use them with the scepters, which is good for minion builds, for witch builds, for all of that. This is a pretty decent buff for your builds. Next, we've got totem changes. They're buffing totems. A lot of players reported that totems like effigies and the ballistas and all that are dying too fast, so they are increasing the elemental resistance to try and match the player elemental resistance. So elemental resistance now can go up to 75% based on their level. So if you have your totem at level 20, it's going to be at 75%. And Ironwood support gem for the totems will also give max elemental resistance as well, which is good. Next change, we've got the Shard Scavenger ability. Now also restores 1 cooldown use for all the grenades for the mercenary and buffs us for 2 seconds, preventing us from consuming bolts with crossbows. Another small but pretty decent buff there for crossbows. And lastly, another very good quality of life coming, as well as the map bookmarks. We're getting the gem cutting tab. So you know when you open your abilities and you are not using, let's say, a warrior ability or a ranger ability, so you need to go down to the search box and type the ability to find it. No more. They're adding a section called My Skills or My Equipped skills, and you're going to be able to easily access that through the gem cutting tab. So awesome changes, some small, some medium, and a big change here. I'm really happy to see that. I hope you like the change. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm excited to see more patch notes and see what they're working on this week and over the weekend, and see what we're going to get next week. But we're going in a very good place right now. I don't know if I'm just hyped or I'm just excited to play the game, but let me know what you guys think. And as always, make sure you like and subscribe so you can follow through all the updates and all the guides. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.